Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cadestonia. I know it's been a long time, but we are finally back, and today we're going to be playing some Banished. We do have the Colonial Charter mod here, updated to the newest, the 1.76 Journey Edition. This has been years since I have played Banished at all, so we're probably going to have a pretty big fail. So let's go ahead and name our town. We are starting off on the new kingdom of Cadestonia. There's the map seed, if anybody wants to play along out there on your own. For terrain type, I think we're going to leave everything just as it is. So verdant plains, very large. I don't think we're going to go tropical, though. I think we're going to go just fair. Like I said, it's been a long time since I have played this. So fair is one of the standard ones. You'll see the CC right here. That's for all the ones from Colonial Charter. So we'll just take the middle option there. Disasters. Let's go ahead and turn those on. And starting conditions. Instead of grabbing one of these ones from Colonial Charter, I think we're just going to go in here on medium. So just regular in this game. Now we do have the medium game. It starts with 5 families, clothing, food, firewood, tools, and construction materials. The storage barn has already been built. And we do have some seeds for fields and orchards. Okay, now without any more ado, let's go ahead and start this up. Alright, and welcome back, folks. The game has just loaded up. It took a few moments here to load everything for Colonial Charter, but with that, we shall get everything going. As you see, just like I said earlier, we do have 5 families here, as well as a good stockpile of wood and stone. It looks like we might even, yeah, we have 40 iron in here as well. We've got our storage barn, which we do have some iron tools. We've got potato seeds and some hide coats. So before we unpause the game, we are going to get some fields going. Now I need to actually remember what a lot of the things in here do. So let's go ahead and just take a look around our map first. Okay, it does have a scrolling, not middle mouse button scroll. We've got a pretty big lake over here to the side. We've got another one down here. We have a river that flows pretty much through the entire map. A pretty good stone and wood everywhere around. Small little creek here. But I think we're going to be working our way out to the river. I do remember that you need to be on the river to get traders. So we'll work our town up toward the river itself. So let's just zoom back in here and get back to what we were originally planning. Now we are going to need to set a few things up here. So this is going to be our food production starting off. So let's see. Crop fields. Okay. This is the first thing we want to do, is just make sure that we get some food going. I believe we start off just the very start of spring. So let's go ahead and get a 5x15 field going for potatoes. Now they don't have to remove any trees to get this to work. And we don't have any houses. Now we do have 5 families, so we're going to need some houses. I'm going to have to get used to not trying to scroll around with the middle mouse button. All that does, as you see, is just pans the view around. Okay, we can use WASD to move that around. So let's go ahead and grab some housing. For now, we need to get some of these views up. Okay, this is going to be events. That is what we have. So I want this in the very corner. The event log we'll put down in the bottom. We've got the map of the entire area, so yeah, as you can see, that's all we have is just the 2 lakes and the river that goes all the way through. And then we have a small creek here and a small creek over to the side. Doesn't look very mountainous throughout the middle. It looks like the only places we have mountains are going to be here and on the other side of the lake. So we won't need to utilize tunneling very much. So I don't think we're going to need the map. Let's see, we've got the profession lists. Oh, nice. So that's just going to give us a quick glance of what professions we actually have people set to. We won't need the pathing for now. Okay. I think we're pretty good on that. This is mostly what I wanted, was just to see exactly what we've got. So right now we have 10 adults and 11 children, so we need housing for 21 people. So let's see, our wooden houses, log cabins, take 30 and 8. They do provide better warmth and comfort. So let's see. We've got rustic bows. I've not seen many of these before, and it looks like we're going to have to go with some of the lower tier housing to start off with, which is fine by me. So right there, we've got the log cabin. And right here we have the wooden home. Now honestly, I like the look of the wooden homes better. So let's go ahead and just set a few of these up. Oh. We don't want that one. That is right in the way. So let's see, is it the delete button to get rid of that? No, delete just pulls out. Removal and destruction tools. Okay. So we'll go ahead and remove this structure. Go back into housing. And let's set up a few more wooden houses. Now they are going to need to remove some things to build some of these. That's fine by me. Let's see, yeah, we have enough room for them to get by. We're just going to set up a row of 8 houses to start off with. Way more than we actually need. But it's definitely going to get us into a location where we won't have to worry about that for at least a little bit of time. So we've got the setup for the farm, and we've got housing. Now a few other things I know that we're going to need to start off with. We can slap down some dirt roads to begin with. Just throw one here between the houses. They'll just make it a little bit easier for people to get around. And then we can run that over in front of the barn and to the field as well. Okay, so we have our dirt roads throughout the town. We have some housing. Another thing I know we're going to need is probably a well, just in case anything catches fire. But I don't know if we need that immediately. So let's go ahead and take a quick look here. What else stands out through here? I'm not seeing anything right now. So we are going to need to get forestry started. And we will do that just right back here. Want to make sure we line that up with our road. And the forestry is selectively cutting down trees and planting new seedlings. No, I don't think we actually want to put that there right now, because we're wanting to clear all this. So let's go ahead and just remove that. And we will just put bulk chopping jobs down through here, as well as removing all this stone. And I think this is iron right here. I might be wrong though. So yeah, let's just go in here and pick remove resources. We'll have them harvest trees to begin with. We want to get a nice clear area back here because this is the way we are expanding. And then we'll just cut down some of these back here by the housing, just to make sure that we have a little bit of room to grow our housing back this way. Okay, we want to collect the stones, get all that out of our way. I'll pull this down here, and then just like before, we'll just grab everything up through here. Probably should have just chose that one because that'll grab the iron as well. But I did start that off way too far over there. So let's go ahead and pull that down here. There we go. It's starting to collect some iron through there. Yep, there's a little bit of iron over there as well. There's not much that I'm flagging this way, but this will clear out quite a few of the trees that are in our way right now. Okay, so I think we can unpause at this point, just to let our people start working. Now they are going to go in here and they're going to start grabbing tools, and they're going to grab some clothing, and then immediately start doing their jobs. So we need 17 builders. So far 0 people are doing that, so let's go ahead and just grab everybody and tell them to start building. I'll leave 2 on labor. And this will get our houses built pretty quickly. After those are built, you'll see these people's need for the housing to go away. Because while we have the time, I want to make sure, while we're in early spring, that we do give them somewhere to live. Because I want to make sure that's handled way before wintertime. For those of you who haven't played Banished before, this game's pretty brutal. And anytime that you really do get stuff started on here. Okay, let's go ahead and select our crop. It says parsnips and corn. So we'll grow some corn there, I guess. Automatic working. We'll have, I think, a 5x15. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 that works it optimally. But we'll put that on 2. Okay, we have 2 houses you can see here. It looks like 1 has been built. 3 people have already moved in. And they will automatically cut down trees and such that are in the way of the builds. Now you'll notice that the road over here is a little bit lighter and isn't transparent. This is just the blueprint for where that road is supposed to go. Until one of the builders actually walks over to the road, and I think dirt roads only take like 1 bit of work to put in. Maybe it's just a few more than that. It's not much at all. You'll see this road's going to go in very fast. Let's see. Why do we still have this? No citizens available to work. Okay. Well, what's going on? Why don't we have any citizens available to work? It says the only professions we have are laborers and builders. Does it take something other than... Okay. That works. And we'll just have the scroll profession wheel up. Oh man, that's a lot of jobs now. So 2 farmers. They'll go ahead and get this started. It's still early spring. It's only 45 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so what is that, just below 10 Celsius, I believe? But we do have 3 houses. As you see, this one has 5 people living in it. We've got 3 here and another 5 in here. So we only need housing for 8 more people. And that's after we have only 3 houses. Now, after we get enough housing, then people will actually go out and decide to start their own families, build the population. Right now, I'm almost tempted, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to put in another farm. Now, we do have corn there, so the next thing that we're going to grow is going to be parsnips. I think that's what we had more seed for. Okay, so that'll be parsnips. We'll bump that up to 2. And then we're going to go ahead and load up our professions again. This one here. Okay. So farmers, we need 2 more. We'll take away 2 builders. Put in 2 more farmers. There's an adventurer now. Dangerous temple ruins. Okay. But we'll send 2 more people over to farm this one as well. Between this and the second episode, I'm actually going to go look and see what the optimal amount is per size. So we might be resizing these farm fields, or increasing or decreasing the number of people working them. But I want to make sure that we have enough food and we don't get into a cycle. Now, I just noticed here that we don't actually have a road connecting between, which is fine. Now, I should have gone 5 by 16, it seems. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do... Nope, I can't. Okay, so this rock right here, for some reason, it won't let me just automatically path through. But my builders are almost done building all of the roads. So hopefully they will come over and start building on these again. Now we need 16 logs and 8 stone for each of these. If we look in our stockpile, it looks like we are getting an autosave right now. We have stone and we do have logs. So I'm not sure why they're not working on the rest of them whenever we very clearly need 8 more houses to be built. I definitely don't want to have homeless people in my town. So that is a problem we need to remedy very quickly. I'm going to bump the speed up for just a few moments, just to let them hurry up and do what they need to do. Okay, and now it looks like the roads are all complete. So you'll see that they have started production of the homes again. Now our stockpile is dwindling pretty fast. That would be because we have most people set on builders and not on laborers. Laborers are the ones who are actually going to go out and start taking care of knocking down trees, mining up the stone. So let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. Now we do need 6 builders. Unfortunately this time, I think we're going to take it down to 2 because we are going to need resources very quickly. We're already low on firewood, which brings me to the next thing we need to build. Is going to be a place to turn our logs into firewood. Right now you can see this home has this little icon. That shows that there's no firewood. Now it is spring. It's up to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So right around 20, I believe it is, Celsius. Not really a bad situation at all. I wouldn't need a fire then. But I'm not living in this this colony. So let's see, that's going to be, I believe, resource production, maybe? Ores and mines, foresters and logging, is it in here? No. Okay. Refined. There it is. So that's going to be fuel production. A chopper. I believe this is the guy that makes... is it? No, woodcutter. Okay, this is the formal one. We'll go ahead and take this we're going to set it right up here. Yeah, we won't worry about the middle road. We'll just set it right here next to the barn. And we'll let people start chopping again. Get that firewood. Because I want to make sure that our people are happy with everything that we do. Okay, now, as of right now, we do still have 5 stars for happiness. We still have 5 hearts for average health. And we have 7 houses. You'll notice that after I move people over to being laborers, they are actually taking out the trees and they're getting the rocks. So our stockpile is going to build back up. Now we are in late spring at this point. It looks like our parsnips are... Okay, yeah, they're all planted. We're at a 24% yield. Our corn is at a 44%. So we're going to be getting... It looks like a few harvests out of this. Now we do have people already complaining from low food. And 3 of our children have become adults. Now children, that's a great thing in real life, but just like every other video game, children are pretty much worthless. They don't do much. So let's take a road and extend it all the way out to the river. Okay, there we go. We've got our road extended to the river. Now the reason I want to do that is under food production, I'm pretty sure that we can start fishing. Raw food gathering, yes, a fishing dock. So we'll just put this right here, and that's going to want 2 builders, so they'll eventually get around to doing that. People are still complaining that they need firewood, and it looks like now food is running just a touch low. Yeah, I'm actually not seeing it here at all right now. So whenever food is low, in pretty much any of these games, let's see, let's take this straight out here. Yeah, that looks like that is right. And we'll take a road. I'm going to have to let that build. We're going to set up a hunting cabin out in the woods. That'll start getting us food. That'll get us some hides. It'll just be a good time for everybody involved. Okay, so our logs have gone back up. Our stone is still pretty low. So I'm going to actually explicitly tell them to start getting some of those. And it will take a little while for me to actually get back into the swing of the controls on this. So I thank you for your patience, just dealing with me while I do. We'll grab a little bit of this iron as well. Okay, so how's our corn doing? Okay, actually it's just about time to harvest that. Our parsnips, just about time to harvest those as well. So we're looking good. The food issues will clear up. And I think we can slow back down to regular speed now. Okay, and what is this going to take? 30 logs, 16 stone. Nothing needs removed, and does need 45 ticks of building. So have we lost people? Why aren't the builders out there doing their jobs? What am I doing? It's going to be in here. Let's see what's going on with this one. We have 2 builders. go ahead and just pause this for a moment. We need 1 woodcutter. Yeah, we have 8 laborers overall. We'll bump the builders up to 4. They're probably out there working on the hunting cabin is what they're doing. Yeah, you'll see that there's someone here. What does he need? He doesn't have a job. Okay, so he can just search around and find something to do while he's idle. And it looks like they are delivering out here. There are 10 logs. People are still just collecting up the resources. This is a pretty good start on this. I think I have this set up to where we have enough food to get us through the first winter. With these 2 pretty large farming patches. And whenever the fishing starts rolling in, I'll set that up with fishermen, and we'll have this hunting lodge down here as well. Speaking of which, before I forget about it, I want to make sure that we definitely have some sort of a road. Okay, so that one can go like that. And that needs to go straight over. Okay, good. I did line that up right. So we have the road going out there. The roads just help people to get places faster. And our reserve of stone, once again, is low. So I'm going to set up 1 more bulk collection job on stone. Make it a pretty big one. Give these laborers something to do. There we go. They can collect all that stone. Now we have quite a few logs. Yeah, our stone is down to 4. So the laborers really need to get to doing that. Of course, I could have grabbed here as well. They'd had a little bit less time to, or less distance, sorry, to carry. It'll be fine. Now, we do have a child born. 3 of them. Alphalisa, Horace, and Suardo. So, congratulations, the 3 of you are the first children of the colony. If they're not, they are now. Okay, so what's going on with this? 99% yield on the corn. Okay, 100% yield. They should start harvesting. There it is. And then the same thing should happen over here on the parsnips very soon. As soon as this hits 100, they'll start harvesting again. But right now it is late summer. So it took almost 2 entire seasons for that to get grown. That is. Pretty much like real life, about 60 days, somewhere between 60 and 90. What am I talking about? That's not right at all. That'd be 2 months. 2 seasons. So 120 days, give or take, 150, somewhere in that range. Yeah, regardless to say, we do have food now. So that should start to be delivered, and people should start, well, should stop complaining about their food issues. Now, Atina is 11 years old, already considered an adult because she's not educated, and we need as many people working as we possibly can. Now, unfortunately, Brenedy, the laborer, has died, and it was of starvation. So let's go ahead and get our graveyard set up. This is going to be an inevitable place for a lot of the people here helping us just to start out. So let's see, where is the graveyard? This is all storage. Honestly, I think it should be in here. We're storing the dead, so worship and remembrance. Let's see, a cemetery, a fenceless cemetery. We don't want the transparent. So do we want the regular or the fenceless? I think we're going to go just with a regular cemetery. And we're going to stick it off here. Yeah, we'll put it right here. going to have a nice big 10 by 15 cemetery. That should be good enough for now. This is going to take a lot of stone and a lot of building. Do have to remove 4 plants to get this in here. But our people will be able to go there and see. Oh, Cassidy the Builder has died of starvation. Okay, well guys, there's food in the barn. You should have taken care of yourselves. Let's see, we have 1 wood chopper. Okay, so that's fine. That'll take care of our firewood needs. People are going to continually come over and start grabbing the firewood, putting it in their homes. I wish these 2 would grab it and get that taken care of. But as of right now, that is episode 1 of our Banished Colonial Charter playthrough. I want to thank you all so very much for coming in here and spending some time with me today. Once again, my name is Cadestonia. You have a wonderful day.